Tonight in Miami, 5 Republican presidential candidates will face off in the third primary debate. And once again, the frontrunner, Donald Trump, will not be there. Instead, the former president will hold a campaign rally just down the road in Hialeah, Florida. Our panel is back with us, Jeff Mason, LaTosha Brown, and Jeff Duncan. Guys, welcome back. Jeff, I kind of alluded to this earlier, and you didn't really sell it well, why people should be watching this debate
Let me work
tonight.
on that for you, Phil.
So we're going to give you another shot here. No, but in all honesty, as a reporter, as somebody who's covered these races for so many years, what are you watching tonight? What would be a breakthrough moment for you?
Well, first of all, I think the dynamic between Haley and DeSantis will be really fascinating to watch. They've been sort of going at each other as she is rising in the polls and really giving him a run for his money for second place. Also, the fact that this is the first debate since the Hamas attack on Israel that will make foreign policy sort of the key issue. Americans don't always care that much about foreign policy. It doesn't always resonate that much in elections. It's going to resonate now, and it's going to resonate in this debate.
Yeah, and it's a big question, Jeff, of where Americans' money goes, right? Where taxpayer money goes in terms of foreign policy. Israel, Ukraine, what the House is going to do with those. Do you think that Vivek Ramaswamy changes his stance on how he talks about foreign policy, given what Nikki Haley did to him before?
Yes. It seems to be a theme. His chat GPT keeps pointing to a different data source. Look, this is such an interesting time, right? I mean, I'm glad Donald Trump's not there. I think it has a high likelihood of being a more substantial conversation, so substantive. And I expect Nikki Haley to really champion the point that she does have that foreign policy muscle to flex that others on the stage don't. And this time that we're in, we need to understand the complexities of all the foreign issues that are going on, and I think that puts her at an advantage. And oh, by the way, if you just stare at the polls, there's really no reason to watch this debate, right? But if you understand the complexities of the fact this guy in the lead's got 91 indictments in 4 jurisdictions, and he's just a complete hot mess, things could change in the next 12 months, or maybe 6 months, and maybe we could get somebody that's got a heartbeat, no felonies, to actually represent the Republican Party.
It's a high bar you set there. Look, you guys are really
I was wound up this morning.
No, I really feel bad for NBC, the way you guys are pitching this. I would say post-debate coverage with Anderson Cooper and Dana Bash. You should definitely watch. LaTosha, I want to play, to Jeff's point, the kind of DeSantis, Nikki Haley, as Nikki Haley seems ascendant over the course of the last couple of weeks. Listen to one of her campaign ads.
Ron DeSantis is against fracking.
No, it's not true.
Do you also support a ban of fracking?
Yeah.
If you did offshore drilling, you may create some jobs in that industry, but I think you'd probably cost more jobs overall.
What you don't need is a president who is against fracking. He's against drilling.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
Hell yeah, we're campaigning for second place. This fight, though, I think kind of illustrates a divide within this kind of final 5. What do you make of it?
I actually think Nikki Haley I'm really interested in watching her. I think she's going to do the pull-away performance tonight. I think there's a number of things that have happened. I think even last night with the abortion, if you notice in the last few months, she's actually taken a more moderate position around abortion. I think she's going to use gender. I think she's going to use that she's the more sensible candidate. It's clear in that commercial that she's going after even his environmental record. So I do think that she's going to go after DeSantis. I think it's possible that she may gain some ground. I think DeSantis is his to lose, we're going to be in Florida. So I think he's going to be very performative, but it's going to be interesting to see if he can actually make this 45-point gap that he has between himself and Trump.
And she's going to flip, and he is going to flip on her and say China, China, China. Absolutely. And say, as governor of South Carolina, you welcome Chinese business in, you gave them all these breaks. Explain that now. Yeah.
And I said earlier that Americans don't care that much about foreign policy, but they do care about China.
They do.
It was a very effective argument for President Trump when he was a candidate in 2016, and it was a big part of his policy portfolio as president. I think that absolutely, DeSantis will use that.
How does she defend that?
Well, we'll have to see what her arguments are, but I think it's an effective line. It's no doubt something that he'll attack her on.
That would be interesting. Thank you very, very much. Jeff Mason, LaTosha Brown, Jeff Duncan, CNN This Morning continues right now.